I'm going to try and explain why I use TouchDrive while I'm driving around. It's going to be hard to try and explain it while I'm driving, but I'll do my best. I started playing Asphalt in 2015, so in Asphalt 8, and there's only tilt to steer. There might be tap to steer, but I played tilt to steer Asphalt for 3 years in Asphalt 8. When I started Asphalt 8, I thought it was a bit of a funny game because my brother showed me the game, said, "You might like this. I've got to think." And I said, "Well, how do you brake and how do you accelerate?" And he goes, "Oh no, it does that for you." And I just laughed my head off because I was like, well, how can you drive a car if it brakes for you and accelerates for you? That's not really much to do. But then I played the game and I fell in love with it, played it for 3 years. Probably never got above position 3000 in any multiplayer tournament. I could check, maybe I did a bit better than that, but I just assumed I started in the middle, so I'd never get to the top. And I didn't know how long the game had been going. I didn't really understand the mechanisms in the game. Then Asphalt 9 came out. And so Asphalt 9 comes out. I start it on tilt to steer. Elon Musk. So I started Asphalt 9 on tilt to steer. And I can't remember when I turned TouchDrive on. It would have been within the first 3 to 6 months. Maybe a bit sooner. And I think one of the main reasons was because in Asphalt 9 I was finding I was having to play so many more hours than I ever did Asphalt 8. I was farming the car hunts every minute I was awake, trying to use every event ticket, and it was much easier with TouchDrive on. When I'm playing multiplayer now, I do switch to tilt occasionally at the start of races to stay in the middle or not lose path, or occasionally to do shortcuts. However, I think TouchDrive can be improved to fix those areas. Like when the game started, TouchDrive didn't move out the way at the beginning of the race. That was an issue that started when people started complaining the cars were getting in the way. Ooh. I've got to think a second. Guy on my left. So now the reason I leave TouchDrive on when I'm just playing multiplayer and I don't switch back to tilt very much, so I'd say TouchDrive is my default, and tiny percent of the time I switch to tilt because TouchDrive won't take the path I like. The reason I keep TouchDrive on all the rest of the time is because of its superior nitro management capabilities. So the ability to turn off the nitro when you're without drifting. Something when I turn tilt on and I start driving around, I find I can't drive properly because I can't turn the nitro off and efficiently manage it, especially when I'm going around a corner. If I try and turn the nitro off when I'm going around a corner with tilt on, it kicks the car into a drift, and you can't turn the drift off without straightening the wheel, so you can't deactivate the nitro when you're in a corner. And in TouchDrive, that's an amazing technique for slowing down the car and coming out of a corner. You let the car slow itself down into the corner and then come out. It's like having control of the brake, which they don't let you control in any control mechanism in the game. In each of the different nitro states, the car behaves differently going into a corner, and when the nitro's deactivated, the car brakes properly. I've switched back to the SC18 multiplayer because my car's back in fuel and it ends tomorrow. But I was talking about the behavior going into corners of the cars when you're in different nitro states. And the fact that with TouchDrive, when you deactivate the nitro, it instantly triggers the brake if you're approaching a corner without making the car drift at all, because you have to hold drift to make it drift. Whereas in tilt, you just tap drift to start a drift, and you tap it to turn it off. It means you have less control over drift, in my opinion, when you're driving under tilt, because you've got to tap it on and tap it off rather than hold it on and hold it off. I know it sounds minor, but it's 2 presses rather than 1 for every drift. Beyond all the things I prefer about TouchDrive, I just find it gets me to the high enough position. I get all the rewards that I want. I've built one of the biggest garages in the game. Beyond building anything bigger just requires cash and being a whale. Hit him. Sorry, there's a guy on my right now. He took the better route while me and that other guy were squabbling. Nice move. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, all the things I prefer about TouchDrive. The most important reason why I use TouchDrive is because for me, it's more fun. I have more fun playing the game when I play TouchDrive, and this is a game. And most of the races don't have objectives to get better and better race times. You've just got to beat time X, and it's perfectly simple using TouchDrive. And I can lie down and play. I can play when I'm walking around. I can play with one hand. I can put the phone down and play. It's the liberating after playing Asphalt 8 for 3.5 years and being glued to this fixed position where I would hurt my back and eyes staring at the screen so intently that I might hit some random cone and slow my lap down. So much more fun playing TouchDrive. I never enjoyed Asphalt 8 as much as I enjoy Asphalt 9, and it's all thanks to TouchDrive. I said earlier that when the game was first released, the cars didn't move out the way at the beginning. The TouchDrive cars didn't move to the side of the road. And there was no ghosting either, and you could knock each other down from the very first millisecond of a race. Gotta think. Guy's very close and he's on my right now. He's gonna try and spin and hit me. Those changes were made because everyone wanted improvements to the game, but the improvements came at a cost of not actually seeing the bigger picture. And so yeah, they made it so we can't knock each other down at the beginning, and they made it so that we ghost. Oh, nice. But we needed to modify TouchDrive to make it so that it doesn't move out the way and we get these other problems. And I hope we do modify it so that people can't criticize it in the way that they do. And some of the shortcuts that can be improved, such as on the Himalayas ice sheet and one corner in Shanghai and the new route over the dam in Nevada, those are simple fixes to TouchDrive Pass. Add another option and let us go there, and then it solves the biggest problem. That was not every reason why I use TouchDrive, because I'm not even sure what I said in the video. It's hard to remember. But I've nearly got 100 million credits, 55,000 tokens, and my garage level is 15.7 million past level 18. I feel I've done all right with TouchDrive. Good luck, guys. I'm madder than you.